Luke, that was a back and forth, end to end, proper old game of football, but something tells me you won't have enjoyed it that much.
No, I didn't enjoy that one. I think that when we managed to get hold of the game in the first half was more enjoyable. And then, of course, we scored first, and I always feel like we will get stronger as the game goes on. But probably the reverse tonight. I think the game became more and more difficult for us the longer it went on.
How much of an element of frustration is there for you that you were in front twice but weren't able to maintain that on the road?
Yeah, that one's difficult because we normally, if we score first, we're very, very difficult to play against. But like I say, I think that the game was difficult for us to control. We couldn't manage to smooth the game out, and it became very end to end and scrappy. And it really is not the type of game that we thrive on.
Is that frustration compounded by the fact that you had the entire week to work on it?
No, not so much. I don't think so much frustration. I think that the opposition made it very, very difficult. I think that one or two players perform a bit under par for the level that they've already set for themselves. I think like the pitch as the game went on became more difficult to play smoothly, and then I see one or two times the ball just jumping around when players try to smooth the game out, and so it became more and more difficult as the game went on.
It felt like a really high-level game, though. I mean, you've got a Southend team there who have conceded only 11 before tonight in their 17 games. Notts themselves only 15, and two teams that, if that was in a league above, that would not have looked out of place, maybe even two leagues above.
No, I totally agree with that. And this type of level of football, I agree you will see in the level or even two levels above. But for us, whatever level we are playing, we want more to be able to be in control of the game and have the game on our terms, particularly when we don't have to chase, because we score first and then at 1-1 we score again to go in front. When the game is not there to be chased, I think that we should be very, very, very difficult to play against. I think, look, we still created chances and we were still difficult and we had very good moments, but it's not enough. We have to be able to strike first and then be able to control the game.
At no point did you think, take a point here now?
No, not particularly. I think, look, when they have like three corners in a row, you're thinking, okay, let's get out of here. But then we start to go forward, and Sam Austin give us new energy, and Toby gave us new energy and crossed the ball into brilliant positions. And so then, of course, you want the game to carry on because you feel like with this group of players, you always have a chance to score if you build up well and you're around the box. But in the end, we have to accept that we have 1 point.
Yeah. How important to stay unbeaten as well and keep that momentum moving? It's going to be a difficult week, this, with a lot of time spent on the road. Eastleigh scored 5 at last check tonight against Maidstone. How important is it to keep that kind of modicum of momentum going in and being unbeaten?
Yeah, I think that being unbeaten is hugely important. I think that the longer we can go on a run of not losing a game, if potentially we're going for a tough period with the amount of games stacking up and maybe some players lose some level of their form, maybe if we can be at our very worst and take 1 point away from home, then it's not the end of the world. But of course we need to start to win games again very quickly.
Was that your side at its very worst tonight?
I think at periods in the second half, without a doubt, is one of the worst we've been. I don't think that is in any way a lack of the effort. I thought the effort was incredible. I love the way we defend the box for the most part. We defend the box brilliantly well, and a lot of pressure, a lot of balls into the box. But then I think that also too many sloppy errors. We gave away too many passes that were unforced, and we slipped at big moments. And this type of things are like potentially some players just slightly off of their game. And I think his periods of the game today was us at our worst, but we still take a point.
On the plus side, Macaulay Langstaff's goal drought is over.
Yeah, he referred to it as a drought. After the game, he said to me, "I'm pleased the drought's over." But I think the important thing is that he, in the previous 2 games, has been in really good positions. The ball's been delivered to him in good positions. He's done nothing wrong. Good save from the keeper, or just wide of the post, and these type of things. But if he was getting no chances at all, then we have a problem. We have to try to think of a new solution. But that's not the case. I think he's had good chances, and then tonight he's brilliant because he scored again, and he will feel huge relief from that.
Cedwyn Scott as well. Maka hadn't gone 3 games without a goal. Cedwyn hadn't gone 4 games without a goal, and that record remains for both.
Yeah, again, brilliant. Typical goal from Cedwyn. He wriggles around and then generates so much power, and seems to know always where the angle is. And I'm really pleased with his performance tonight. Actually, I think that I don't think he played 90 minutes very often, and I thought he was one of the best performers tonight, and his goal was brilliant.